Hi, so today I'd like to talk about the importance of sleep and hair growth and how the two are very correlated. So if you think about it, on average, we spend roughly 6 to 8 hours a day sleeping. And that's the normal average, right? Some people might be less, some people might be more. So if you do the math, that is roughly 1/4 to 1/3 of our lives that we spend sleeping. So it's important, for our health, but not only our health, but our hair growth to get good sleep. So some things you can do are reduce stress, balance hormones, and do some protective measures to your hair. So I'm going to start off with the supplements and nutrition, and then we can get into some things that you can do to your hair and some good habits you can practice, okay? So one of the hormones that is associated with sleeping disorders and anxiety and stress is cortisol. Cortisol can be a good thing. It's what helps our adrenaline. It's what makes us alert. Having too much in the evening is a problem. So one thing that everybody can do to keep cortisol low in the evening is to cut out caffeine after 5 o'clock. Now, if you have a slower metabolism or if you are sensitive to caffeine, like myself, you could do as early as 2 o'clock. Or you could even do as early as noon. It all depends on your schedule. So I tend to work late. I generally work till about 9 or 10 p.m. and my boyfriend works late and he likes to go to the gym late, and I am just a night owl. So I naturally don't get tired till after midnight. It's part of my schedule. And that's okay. That's my schedule. Some people have to go to bed at 9 o'clock, so it all depends on that. But when you have too much cortisol, it can cause weight gain, particularly around your midsection. It can cause, your hair to stall, maybe stop growing or to fall out. It can cause anxiety, panic attacks, a whole host of problems that may help you get a restful sleep. So it's important to balance out your cortisol. Like I said, limit caffeine, also limit sugar. So, sometimes I will have a dessert, but you don't want to eat too close to bedtime. Give yourself space. And another thing you can do if you're having a dessert with sugar is have some protein to balance it out, okay? Or maybe have like a protein bar as your last meal, something to satisfy your sweet tooth, but have some protein to balance your blood sugar levels, keep your cortisol nice and low. So with nutrition, with cutting out caffeine, those are two things you can do through your diet. And another thing you can do is supplementation. So I really like holy basil. I take this at nighttime because I know my cortisol is higher at night when it should be low, just because of my night owl schedule. So I like to take one of these, and it just kind of mellows you out. It's an adaptogenic herb, so it doesn't make you very drowsy, but it will just make you more calm. Another supplement I like to take is a probiotic. It's good for your gut, and it's good for your immunity, and it's also good for your mood. This one has ashwagandha, so when you're in a good mood, when you're not stressed, when your immunity is high, you are going to get more hair growth. And I also like to take True Calm. This has GABA, which is a neurotransmitter that we produce naturally. Some people may not produce as much GABA and they'll be more anxious, they'll be more stressed. So this just mellows you down, it allows your mind to rest. So I like to take that before bed, and it just allows my mind to just slow down and allows me to get a good sleep. In addition to those things, there are some things you can do to keep your hair protected at night. So I tend to move around a lot in my sleep. And when you move around, you twist, you turn, that can be very damaging to your hair. So what do long-haired people do at night, or what do I do at night? So one of my biggest tips that I can recommend is getting a silk or satin pillowcase. And it's so good not only for your hair, but also your skin. So it's very soft. It doesn't cause friction. When you have too much friction from cotton or flannel, it can cause split ends, breakage, frizz, a whole host of problems. Where this is very smooth, very gentle, it's slippery. It's also good for your skin. It will cause less breakouts, less oil, less wrinkles. So I definitely recommend this. I recommend washing it at least once a week, perhaps even 2 to 3 times in the summer, depending on how oily your hair is, if you sweat, or even if you put oil in your hair, this is going to absorb it. So you want to wash it at least once a week. They're fairly inexpensive. I think mine was about $20, and I have 2 of them. So I generally sleep on one pillow, and then the other pillow I tend to just hug. So it's just very great for your skin. So another very good practice I do is I either comb or brush my hair before bed. So I like a wide tooth comb, or I like my wooden brush. So you can do either or, and I just comb it out very good to make sure there are no tangles, ensuring that my hair is just going to be nice, tangle-free, less breakage. So I'll just comb that out good. And I generally do a bedtime braid. I like to do a single English braid most of the nights, especially now when my hair is more slippery and silky. When it's more dirty, when it's been a few days since I've washed it, I will do a French braid just because it goes easier. So I like to do just a single braid. Then after a while, I just flip it over my shoulder and proceed. Some people have better dexterity, and this braid doesn't have to be perfect just because you are sleeping in it. And you just get a pillow, and sometimes my hair will just dangle off, and that's just pretty much how I enjoy sleeping, and some things that I can do to protect it. Of course, there are more tips I have, but this was just a basic video to give you an idea. Thank you so much for watching.